So what we're going to talk about this week is, I want to talk a little bit about IRS tax liens. Or when there's an IRS lien attached to a property. So I'm going to tell you guys a bit of a breakdown on this and how it works and why it's generally not something to worry about too much. Now, if it really freaks you out, I always say to people just avoid it altogether rather than stressing about it, but it's really not too much of a big deal. So here's how it works, okay? I'm going to use the state of Georgia, for example. Or this could be any tax deed state you go to. So for example, let's say you buy a tax deed and there has been an IRS tax lien attached to it. So what you're going to want to do from there is you're going to want to contact what's called tax title services. Now these guys specialize in getting you clear title that you can put title insurance on. So, a lot of the times if you buy a tax deed at the tax deed sale, you're going to get a specific type of deed that possibly, if you go to sell it, somebody will not be able to put a mortgage on it because it was sold at the tax sale, and maybe the title company is worried that there might be some liens that could pop out of the blue. So here's what you do, is if there's ever an IRS tax lien on it, you contact the service called Tax Title Services. Now, stay in touch on our list because I'm going to try to get an interview set up with this guy and go over and answer all of the questions in depth. But in the meantime, this will get you going. So if you get a deed, you can get the IRS lien easily extinguished, but you just need to follow the steps. First step is call Tax Title Services. What they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and they're going to get a package of everybody that is, or they're going to get a list of everybody that's involved in the property, and they're going to send out a notification to all these folks, and they send it via registered mail for proof that it's been sent. And then when nobody replies to it, which generally they don't, they take this package to an attorney or a title company, and then the title company sees that, okay, it's a package, maybe 10 to 15 pages. Title company sees that all of the dots and I's have been crossed. This property is legit. There's no reason not to issue a marketable, mortgageable title on this property. And the closing attorney is going to go ahead and work with the title company to get you a clear title, and that IRS lien is going to fall off because they've been notified. And it's not really much to worry about there. But if you're going to do this yourself, it's going to be a pain in the butt, and I don't recommend it. Use the company Tax Title Services, and here's why. The president of the company is a former first American title agent, and he knows the system, he knows what to do. He knows the right title companies to work with that understand this stuff. You see, the big problem out there is a lot of you guys will go and you're getting information from novice title agents who say you can't do that, or they don't know, they don't understand things enough. First off, people don't understand tax lien sales or tax deed sales to begin with, and you go in and you're going to get all this wrong information. So these folks at the Tax Title Services, they know who to use, who gets things done and gets the job done right. They know experienced, seasoned people that are going to go ahead and get you the clear title that you can go ahead and sell to anybody, and they can put a mortgage on it because the title's been clear, the IRS lien has been removed through this proper process that they go through. So that's the nutshell of it. So you're going to use the information that I just gave you in a couple ways. One, you'll use it if there's an IRS lien on the property. Two, you're going to use this if maybe, let's say you go to California and you get a tax deed. Now, California actually has a 1-year redemption period attached to their tax deeds. So people get confused in California. Now, this is really where you need Tax Title Services, because they go ahead, they send out all of the proper notifications, and they get you the marketable title that you can sell within 30 to 60 days, basically. So that's super important. Now, don't confuse California with places like Georgia and Texas. They're kind of hybrid states where they're tax deed, but they have a tax lien benefit with interest rate. So in California, remember, it's straight tax deed. There's no interest in that redemption period, and it's not even really that well publicized. However, when people buy, what they don't understand a lot of the times is that the homeowner has a 1-year right of redemption to redeem. Now, the homeowner doesn't have to pay any penalties or anything like that. What happens is the homeowner would just have to pay what's, caught up on their taxes and, go on with the show and come back that way and pay what was paid at the sale. However, you go to Tax Title Services and they'll take care of that. They send out the proper notifications. They say, hey, there's a new owner, you have this many days to respond. If you don't, you forfeit any right or interest in the property. And that's the process for getting the clear, marketable, I think it's the warranty deed, that you need to sell and get a mortgage on. So don't confuse that with places like Texas and Georgia, which are hybrid states, where you cannot expedite the process. So for example, Georgia's a 1-year redemption period, Texas is 6 months. There's nothing you can do in that time to speed up the redemption period, no matter what. You can't sell it during that time. You have to just wait. So if you get the property at the end of the redemption period and there's an IRS lien, you go to Tax Title Services and they'll get that thing completely extinguished off the property and they'll get you basically all set up. Now, I don't get any commissions from these guys and I'm not affiliated with them. They're not part of my business, but they get things done. I know very successful investors that use them all the time. They're very reputable. So I just want to provide you guys with that little tidbit. So to wrap up a couple things here, as I mentioned before, we're going to start and get going with on live auction trainings again. So I'm really excited to announce that coming up. So I'll probably do some sort of webinar, something to talk about it and how we're going to do it. I'm going to do it a little different. I obviously learned a lot when I used to do it. I literally have a waiting list of hundreds of people that have been wanting this, and hundreds of people and even thousands of people inquiring on it, because obviously you guys have seen my videos where I've taken students to auctions, and some of them have bought properties for $5,000 worth 50 or 60. Some of them have bought properties on my live auction trainings, 6, 7 properties for $3,000 valued at $60,000, $70,000. So super fun, and I'm excited to tell you guys more about that, because we're gonna definitely be the only people in North America doing it this authentically and this effectively. And what I say by authentic is, you come, what I love about it is it's the only training where at the end of the training you actually get something. You can get a property. Now, I don't guarantee that, but it's happened many times, probably 60% of my students. So super exciting. Very excited to tell you guys more about that. If you're not interested in it, then don't worry about it, but I know a lot of people are, so keep your ears open on that. And once again, if you haven't checked out Real Estate's Best Kept Secret, check it out. Super inexpensive, 30-day money-back guarantee, and you'll probably like the program. And if you don't, send us an email. You keep the course and full money-back guarantee. So on that note, I'll probably be reporting to you guys somewhere from South America next time. I'm going to be hitting the road soon. So thanks for watching. Always enjoy you taking the time to watch my videos, and I'll do the best I can to always give you great information on tax liens and deeds and business. Thanks. These properties more so. So basically what he just did, he bought his biggest one to date, which is valued at over $500,000 for $37,000, Brad? $32,000, and it's valued at over $500,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through his office and pick his brain.